just to give you a course recap, we are now on chapter 2 of our course syllabus. So we discussed before during your preliminaries, I mean your preliminary shift, the curriculum concepts, nature, and purposes. So under this, we talked about these aspects, okay? Letters A, B, and C. Now, our target for this session and up to the next session will be about crafting the curriculum. So, ayan. So, meron na kayong idea kung anong curriculum. You already have an idea about curriculum development. You know exactly what is curriculum development, no? It's not simply the listing of scores, okay? The listing of the subjects, okay? At the moment na, starting today, we are going to craft or to design the curriculum now, okay? And when you say crafting the curriculum on the perspective of the teacher, that's the time in which we are going to design the lesson plan. Sa perspective yun ng teacher, no? Because a lesson plan is a curriculum. Okay, it's a curriculum plan. Now, the question now is, how do we design? How do we craft the lesson plan? Basta alam mo ba yung parts, then that's enough. Basta alam mo ba yung mga rules, okay, in writing the lesson plan, is that enough? Okay, definitely, of course, the answer is no. It takes a lot, okay, for you to write a plan. Marami kang kino-consider. And what do you consider when you write a plan or when we design a plan? When we craft a curriculum? Everything about you've learned, and the concepts, the nature, the purposes of curriculum. Lahat ng elements, including your philosophies, including the needs, not only of the learners, but also of the society, we consider all of these things. Now, to give you a hint on the expected output for this midterm shift, yung pinagawa ko sa inyo na outline, if you remember, about the philosophy, and then you are tasked to write down a simple outline about that philosophy in relation to a lesson, okay, to one specific topic. Natatandaan nyo? Please thumbs up kung natatandaan. May thumbs up pa sa MS Teams? Okay, good. So that will serve as your springboard. At yun na yung aalagaan yung topic up to the presentation to be uploaded in your MS Teams. Okay, our objective for today will be the following. Okay, first, to describe different curriculum model types. Ayan. Of course, I will ask you to design a curriculum to craft a lesson plan sa tamang paraan, no? Hindi lang kung ano yung naisip nyong mamaya yung motivation, ne? Naisip niya yung strategy, feeling mo masanting. The question is, does it align with the principles and models of curriculum? Pota, I realize yung pingawa yung palang lesson plan, gawa-gawa lang ng imahinasyon. Wala pala kayong sinunod na mga bagay-bagay. It's good thing that we have curriculum development course, okay? It's for you to be aware on the things, on special reminders when we write a lesson plan. Napakahalaga kasi ng lesson plan sa isang teacher. Kapag mali ang plano mo, wala, everything will be a mess. Everything starts with a good plan for teachers. At pag sinabing good plan, it's a plan that considers all aspects of curriculum development. Second, to explain the principles and the dimensions of curriculum design. Third, to enumerate approaches to curriculum design. And of course, we need an output, okay, for this midterm, and which will serve as your project to write a semi-detailed curriculum plan for a 60-minute session. Okay? For a 60-minute session. Just a semi-detailed. Ngayon, mag-request kayong, okay. So this will be our session outline. Okay? To realize, we have to discuss about curriculum models and types, the principles and dimensions of curriculum design, and the approaches to curriculum design. And these are my references. Okay, let's start with curriculum models and types. Okay, as an initial task to that topic, let's match here teaching and learning. If you wrote in your lesson plan, okay, that the teacher will show the different colors of a rainbow, what will the learner do? Possibly, okay, one would be to memorize the different colors of the rainbow. Now the question, if you are applying this one, okay, asking your learners to memorize the different colors of the rainbow, then what philosophy are you adhering to? Yes, Miss Panganiban. Pangatawanan may white mong headphone na yan.
Ay,
Again, may
grabe.
adjust kasing white na
Ano,
headphone na yan.
ano o kasi? Essentialism, sir.
Okay, that is essentialism because of the word memorize. Okay. Next, what about when the teacher organizes class to conduct an experiment? What should the learner do? Let's have Miss Chico. If you, as a teacher, will organize the class to conduct an experiment, then what will the learner do? What do you expect from the learner? Ito, iba-iba ang sagot dito ha. Depende kung ano ka as a teacher. Now, if you were the teacher, what would you ask or require your learning to do?
Organized class na experiment.
So, kung mag-experiment, anong gagawin ngayon ng mga learners? What do you expect them to accomplish?
Sila po mismo yung maka-experience ng
Okay.
nung experiments.
Okay, so if the teacher will organize the experiment, the learner now will conduct the experiment. Okay, that's what we mean. You organize the experiment, the learner now will conduct the experiment. Okay, next. What about when the teacher assigns groups to interview different professionals on their contribution to the community? Of course, what do you expect the learner to do? They will conduct an interview to different professionals, either online, either face-to-face. Okay? Number 5, when the teacher reads a story about the life of Jose Rizal, what should the learner do? Yes, Miss. Wala yung Miss Aguilar. Ito niya sa niya pataliwan nga yaos ko. Miss Dusong.
It's a story about the life of Rizal. Ano po sir, pag-aralan po, alamin po yung buhay ni Rizal po.
So their task is to know about the life of Jose Rizal. In what way?
Life of Rizal.
Sa paanong paraan? Kasi do not write this one ha. Like in your objective part sa lesson plan, know the life of Jose Rizal. Bawal yon. Okay, because the word know is such a broad term. How do we know? How they are going to know it? Maraming iba't ibang paraan. It's either they would be reading, okay, writing about the life of Rizal, researching about the life of Rizal. Do not indicate broad terms in your lesson plan. Ano pa ba yung mga broad terms na nilalagay madalas saan? Ito yung the word understand. Understand, understand the blah, blah, blah. How will you test that? Okay, how would you know if they understand? Make it specific. In what way they are going to understand? And perhaps you have heard about the SMART principle. SMART. Like it's specific. The objective must be specific, measurable, attainable. What's R? Okay, wala being it's realistic. Okay. Okay, and letter T, it's time-bounded. So, pag gumagawa kayo ng objective, consider those 5. Eh, wait ang piyakaisip-isip mo yung objective. Anong kalagwing word na ginamit mo? Ala naman karetang smart na aman naman ito. Ika na. Okay. So, the task would be, for the learner, will be to perhaps listen. If the teacher will read, of course, the learners should listen. Listen to the teacher while the teacher is narrating the life of Jose Rizal. Okay, what's the point of this initial task? It's a reminder now that when we write our plan, pag sinasabi natin yung learner-centered, then focus on the activities to be accomplished by the learner. Madalas kasi napapansin natin at napapansin ko, okay, sinasabi nila it's learner-centered, pero dun sa lesson plan, puro the teacher will. The teacher will. Okay, doon pa lang sa lesson plan, you would easily grasp that the lesson plan is not learner-centered despite the teacher announcing it's learner-centered. Why? Kasi laging puro activities ni teacher ang nilagay niya, yung gagawin ni teacher, which should not be. If you are declaring your plan, okay, using the child-centered design, then focus on the activities to be accomplished by the learner. Okay? If it's subject-centered, ayan, you may include the teacher. Okay? You may include about the content when you write your plan. So doon pa lang sa pagsulat ng lesson plan, makikita natin kung child-centered ba siya, if it's subject-centered, or if it's problem-centered. Makikita mo na yung model na ginamit. Okay? So, what we need to realize here is that when we declare something that we are using this one, okay, this learner-centered principle, it should reflect in your lesson plan. Haliwa itong mag-declare ka mo, I'm learner-centered, I'm using learner-centered teaching, but we don't have traces, okay, or proofs that will prove that you are using that. Kumbaga nagkakaroon ng mismatch. So it says here on your screen, a teacher is a designer, a curriculum implementer, and an evaluator. And this is very obvious when we write our lesson plan. Kapag sinulat mo yung lesson plan, then you are designing. Okay? When you are doing the actual teaching, you are implementing now your design. Then you are an implementer. And you are also a curriculum evaluator because you assess learners' performance. Okay? So we function in these 3 roles if we are crafting the curriculum or we are under curriculum development process. At marami pa yan, yung binanggit ka last time. That's why a teacher should know the curriculum, should initiate the curriculum, should implement the curriculum. Now, essential question now. Will it be helpful for a teacher to know how curricula, that's the plural form of curriculum, how curricula are being crafted? Let's have Miss Kiel.
Paulit po, sir.
On your screen, will it be helpful for the teacher to know how curricula are being crafted? Makatutulong ba na for teachers, for aspiring teachers like you, to know about these steps to curriculum design?
Opo, sir.
Bakit? Siyempre, opo yung sagot dyan. It's really yes. The question is, so why? How?
Siyempre po, sir, makakatulong po yung pag-create po ng ng lesson plan po. Para po, di ba po, sir, yung lesson plan po kasi magiging guide po yun ng teacher sa pagtuturo niya po.
Yeah, but the question here, Miss Kia, is the steps to writing a lesson plan. How is it helpful if you have information, if you have insights, a understanding on these steps to writing a lesson plan?
Yung steps po, sir, kailangan po, sir, yung unang-una po, kailangan may goal ka po sa pag-create mo po ng lesson plan. Kung ano po yung content po mismo ng lesson plan. And then dapat po, sir, yung so, paano po?
Sir, can I try?
Yeah, you give it a try. Bilang mapag-try naman, Miss Goson.
Go,
Try
yes,
and malay mo in the future. Sige, papatry naman
sir,
tayo pa. Miss Kian, naliliyang bagya kitang putang.
So sabi kasi dito, 'di ba, will it be helpful for the teacher to know how curricular are being crafted? Definitely, kasi sir, doon mo malalaman yung curriculum kasi it will serve as your guide. So malalaman mo doon kung paano yung sequential nung pattern na kailangan mong gawin to achieve your goal. Ganon, sir.
Okay, so if it's sequential and you're following these steps, definitely it's higher percentage that you will devise a very good plan. Unlike yung wala kang alam doon sa mga pinaggagawa mo, itong bara-bara ka mo, isiping objective, bigla may isiping motivation, bigla may isiping evaluation. Kung baga kahit saan pwede kang mag-umpisa. Okay? But if you studied and you have understanding about these principles, these models, you know where to start. Okay? Alam mo kung saan ka lagi mag-uumpisa. Okay, yun yung mahirap kasi hindi mo alam kung saan ka mag-umpisa. Like when you are writing for a project o kaya essay, and then isip ka na ng isip hanggang mayari na yung 1 hour pero wala ka pa rin nga sulat. Because you do not know how to start. That's the answer to that. You will gain an understanding where to start, and how to end it. Okay? Alam mo yung proseso. Alam mo yung pinagagawa. Kumbaga merong direksyon. Okay. Crafting the curriculum is like putting different components together in a very creative way. So this components refers to all the things that we have studied about curriculum and curriculum development. Yung mga elements, ayan, you put them together. Ano pa? Yung mga factors that affect curriculum, you put them together, you consider them. So imagine, pag nagsusulat ka ng lesson plan, it's not a simple task. Madami kang kinoconsider. The learning styles of the learners, availability of the resources, okay, the time frame, your objectives, of course, that's number 1. Ano pa, yung mga magulang, yung kapakanan ng mga bata, kung their welfare, kung yung activity ba na gagawin mo ay kapapahamak nila o hindi. Your own philosophy, your personality, your own belief about teaching, lahat ng yan niluluto mo into one to create a very good design. So hindi lang siya simpleng pagsusulat. Itong may kapanyulat ka mong lesson plan para ating kakapasa. No, it's not like that. It takes a lot of things for you to write a lesson plan in a very creative way. So dito nagkakaiba-iba. Dito sa components, pare-pareho ang mga teachers. Okay? You put all these components together. At when we talk about components, kung anong component ng isa, yun din ang component ng isang teacher. But for this last word, okay, last highlighted word, the word creative, doon lumilitaw ang personality ni teacher. Doon lumilitaw yung training ni teacher. Na alam niya, when it comes to moving to evaluation, you align your evaluation to your objective. That when you review the content of the procedure part, it should be aligned with the objective also. Okay? Yan yung mga sinasabi nating kaibahan ng mga teachers. Though you are teaching the same topic, though you are presenting the same lesson, pero bakit itong si teacher letter A, iba yung pag-present kay teacher letter B? Because of their creativity, their individual creativity, doon nagkakatalo-talo. Ngayon ang tanong, ask yourself, am I that creative as of the moment? At pag sinabing creative, hindi ito yung pagiging not only becoming artistic, like in terms of visuals, in terms of thinking about the strategy, in terms of becoming flexible when it comes to choosing the activities. Ayan ang creative. Okay? Kaya mapapansin nyo, yung mga teachers na creative, pag nagturo sila, talaga naman. Okay? May buhay, may halaga, at may gana ang mga bata. Kaya talagang makalungkot.
Hindi nakakaantok.
Yeah. Yung mga teachers naman na na hindi masyadong pinagpaala, pero creativity, we all have that. Ang iba lang kasi tamad na ilabas yung creativity nila. No? Ito yung narugubisang manisip. Tang sinuko na yung kaya ganaganaking babo. Na yung babo ay sabi na, makanya na mga susukok yung babo, you are on a mission. Okay? Dahil nung sinuko mo ng kimbabo, sumuko na ka, katapusan mo na. Okay? Tok na nga mo yung pamanoro, manira kang beer. Okay? Sisiran mo lang beer and tuturo mo na, you are just wasting their time. And you're destroying lives. Buhay ang sinisira mo. Just because of your plan, manira kang beer. And that's true. Okay? Itarugong maling, kaya ingat sa mga tinuturo natin. Ay tama. Kaysa manira ka ng buhay ng iba, okay? ng mga buhay ng mga taong ito na magiging leaders in the future na patarugo karagulan ka. January, just going lipunan tamo. Puro na.
Or sir, mag-change na lang sila ng career. Yung
correct, exactly.
CCTV.
Kailangan kasi sa teachers, alam nyo, darating kayo sa point na mapapagod kayo. No? Ayaw nyo na mag-isa. But lagi yung sasabihan ko na yung teaching profession, okay, always go back to the day when you decided to become a teacher. Recharge if there's a need to recharge. Okay? Yung kailang kung gusto mo na magpahinga, magpahinga. Eto ha, it's a sad news. Kanina naka-receive ako ng message, our former, my classmate, way back in college. And okay, going back, at nirasa ka rin. A curriculum, when we design, it could be organized either horizontally or vertically. So, paanong paraan yan, sir? Yung horizontal and vertical, makatalakad ka, kung makakira, pwede kong susulat lesson plan. It's not about the position or your position when you are writing it. When saying horizontal, paano ba yung horizontal? Patag, di ba? Okay. Pag horizontal, ino-organize mo ang curriculum in line with the other subjects in the same year level. Kunyari nagtuturo ako ng English 5, grade 5 English. Pag gumawa ako ng lesson plan sa grade 5 English, titignan ko rin yung lesson sa grade 5 history, araling panlipunan, grade 5 mathematics, grade 5 Filipino, and then I will align what I'm teaching in English to what they are learning in other subjects in the same level. Yun yung tinatawag na integration. Okay? Kunyari, if I will ask them to write a sentence, we're talking about grammar, ano-ano bang types of sentences ang ginagamit nila sa math? Okay, pote, di ba, gamitan ng is ang pa yung R. Okay, pote ng divided by the divide pa yung gamit the. So, i-align kita ng English because that's my task. Yun tinatawag nating integration. Pote in times the, time is pa yung mag-pronounce the ka rin. So, when we study about pronunciation, I will integrate that. It's times. 1 times 1. It's not 1 times 1. Okay, it's 4 divide by 4. Siyempre, nung nandaramdaman da aking teacher, yung pakyapusan. Naman masyadong expert in math teacher. So, I will address that into English. Yan yung tinatawag nating horizontal organization. Ini-integrate mo yung subject mo sa ibang subject area in the same level. Kakaintindihan? Horizontal yaitan horizon. Now, vertical pa tayo. Okay? Vertical. How do we organize the curriculum vertically? It's sequencing the information, the activities, the content in one learning area, pero iba-ibang level. Kunyari, okay, for instance, I'm teaching English 5. When I write my plan, titignan ko rin yung plan ng grade 4 English, grade 3, grade 2, grade 1, grade 6. Okay, why? I mean, not to repeat. Okay, baka naman paulit-ulit lang yung mga content na nandun sa grades 1 to, wala pa palang English sa grades 1 to 3. No? Sa grade 4, umpisahan natin doon. Paulit-ulit na lang yung content na tinuturo ko sa grade 5. Meron na pala sa grade 4, napakaraming content na pala na gano'n. So, hindi ko nagagawin. I mean, I will make modifications when I write my plan in grade 5. Okay, so there's an alignment. Pwede turo na kanturong pronouns, sama mo kanyari. At siya pala kang grade 4. 1 school year dia palang penigaralan ng pronouns. Okay, but 1 school year niya naman turo. Okay, it's just redundant. Okay, this is to avoid redundancy. Okay, do you have questions about vertical and horizontal organization? Okay, pag